Hi everybody. Now this is the lesson on differentiation, and we are focusing on quotient rule. Hope that all of you still remember what is the product rule and the chain rule. So now let's take a example. Take a look at the example of the following in the slides. Okay, we have to differentiate this fraction x over 3x plus 6. Okay, so if you are previously, you won't be able to solve this. And now let's take a quick look at the 4 steps in using quotient rule. First step, we have to differentiate the top and multiply the bottom. So in short, we are going to differentiate the x, and the result will be just a 1 multiply the denominator, which is 3x plus 6. Step 2. We have to differentiate the bottom and multiply the top. Okay, but remember, before we do that, we have to use a minus sign. Okay, it's already highlighted in red, and you have to be careful of this. So if we continue to differentiate the bottom, we have differentiate 3x plus 6 will give you a 3. And we are going to multiply the numerator, which is then x. So in summary, we have 1 multiplied by 3x plus 6, which is developed in step 1, and minus 3 multiplied by x, which is the step 2 product. Next, we are going to move on to step number 3. Okay, step number 3 is quite easy. We just need to square the denominator. So the product will be just 3x plus 6, the whole thing square. Okay, last but not least, the step number 4 is to simplify whatever you have in the working. So I will just expand the brackets, and I will get 3x plus 6 for the first one, minus 3x, and the result will be just 6 over 3x plus 6, the whole thing square. So actually quotient rule will be quite simple as long as you memorize the step. One way to remember this easily is to keep ask yourself the steps over and over again. Just repeat over and over again, and you should be getting it in no time. Okay, so just to play safe, let's try one more example. So this time round, we are going to have differentiating 2x minus 1 over x squared. So remember, step number 1 is to differentiate the top, then multiply the bottom. So for the first step, we have 2 after differentiating 2x minus 1, and we just multiply with the denominator, which is x squared. Let's move on to step number 2, which is to differentiate the denominator, then you multiply the numerator. So differentiating x squared will give us 2x, and multiply with 2x minus 1 the numerator. That's what we have. Okay, so same thing, you must remember using the first part minus the step number 2 product. So the minus sign is very important. Okay, step number 3. Okay, is just to square the bottom. So when you square the x squared is x to the power of 4. And last but not least, simplifying is a very important step. And remember to expand the brackets carefully, especially the part whereby you have to expand the 2x multiplied with 2x minus 1. There are quite a number of negative signs. And after we do that, we got the answer as 2x minus 2x squared over x to the power of 4. If you stop at this step, and if the examiner is strict enough, you might not get the whole full marks. So in order to always give the answer in the simplest form, we have to do a bit of simplification. So we take out the 2x, and we find out that the x and the x power 4 below can be cancelled, and the final answer will be 2 bracket 1 minus x over x to the power of 3. And basically that's the gist of quotient rule. So remember to practice and you will get perfect in that. And last but not least, again, homework time. Let's everyone look at page 323 of your textbook, exercise 12D. As a start, we will just attempt all the question number 1, okay, from A to J. Please hand in at the end of the lesson and I will treat it as a graded assignment. So happy doing the questions. See you in the next lesson and bye bye.